In this tutorial, we will learn about measuring volumes using isosurface renderings in Image Pro Premiere 3D. You'll first want to make sure that you're in the 3D view. To do this, go to the Image tab and click 3D. Once in the 3D view, you'll have the panel on the right. This panel is always available when looking at a 3D image. Add an isosurface by simply clicking Add Isosurface. Then you'll receive this dialog that will give you image size and an option to choose which channel you'd like to apply the isosurface to. We'll start with the first channel. Secondly, you'll be given options for subsampling. This could be very useful if you have a large data set. Automatically, the auto checkbox will be checked. This means that it will automatically subsample, giving you a lower quality rendering, but an image set that's faster to work with. In this case, we'll turn auto off, click reset to ensure that we have the highest resolution isosurface. Next, in order to render smooth isosurface renderings, we have a filter option. By default, the low pass 3x3x3 kernel is selected. For greater filtering, choose a larger kernel. Lastly, we have the threshold type dropdown. This is important if you know that you have bright or dark objects and can choose the appropriate selection. In our case, a fluorescent image would allow us to choose auto bright. The last two options are close edges and execute count. Close edges is automatically checked by default. If anything is touching one of the 6 sides of the volume, it will automatically fill it in as if it was the end of the object. If you know that you only have a small number of objects, it also could be useful to click Execute Count. However, if you're not sure how many objects you have, you'll want to keep this off so you have the chance to threshold first. Once you've confirmed all of your settings for adding your isosurface, you'll want to click OK. Clicking OK will add an isosurface grouping just below both of your channel options. It will also automatically display the threshold on your 3D view. You can interact with this 3D view right away. The 3D view will be overlaid and included with your channel view. The isosurface generated is based on the auto bright selection. This is the red selection on your histogram. You can always adjust the selection, which will also simultaneously adjust the view on your 3D image. Since reproducing an isosurface can be very important, the values are listed below, and a Save and Load button are available to keep isosurface settings along with an image set. At this point, you can click Count. Count will segment and measure the objects in your image based on the threshold you've chosen. Clicking the count will also automatically generate a data table. If you need to adjust the isosurface, clicking on the gear will show or hide the isosurface options. You could choose to subsample, filter, or threshold again without having to generate a brand new isosurface. Also, once you've counted, you'll notice that all objects are displayed with individual colors. These colors will allow you to see the different objects. If any objects were not thresholded properly, adjusting the threshold on the histogram will automatically correct the objects and their count. Each object will be labeled with a number that will correspond to the data table. The data table is interactive, and when you click on the data table entry, you'll see that the object will be selected. To select objects in the 3D view, you want to turn off the view, and going to the 3D view tab, use the Select tool. The Select tool will allow you to select objects in your view. To evaluate this powerful new analysis product, register to receive a 14-day free trial version to run on any 64-bit Windows 7 or 8 PC, at least meeting our minimum requirements. For more information about Image Pro Premiere 3D or any Media Cybernetics product, please contact your local reseller or company representative.